to this amendment, Les, because I'm totally in opposition to what is being proposed, because the one thing that everybody seems to be missing, you can't take young people and wrap them up in cotton wool and say that, well, they'll never see something that we don't want them to see. Every young person nowadays has an instrument inside their pockets called a mobile phone. It is no longer a communications instrument for making phone calls. It's their connection to the outside world. It's their news feed, there's advertising on it, and they can see everything, whether it has something to do with alcohol, smoking, or many other things. But to try and, again, demonise our sporting industries and our GAA clubs, it has been the long standing traditional thing that, and again, there is nothing wrong with this either, last count caller. If people have a celebration, if they do win a game, or if there's something good happens in a parish or in a community, and if the people that were at that game or the people that played in it, provided they're the age to drink alcohol, no one of us is ever saying anything about allowing or promoting or wanting young people to get interest in alcohol when they're underage. But if people participate in a sporting game, whatever it is, hurling, football, anything, and if they want to go for a celebration afterwards, to be trying to paint this picture that, oh, well, that's wrong, and people shouldn't go to the local public house. If they so wish to do so, there is nothing wrong with it. There was a long-standing tradition, last count caller, where if people won a cup, and if they went to the local pub, the local publican would put something into the cup, and the people that were there, they'd have a little sip out of the cup. And to be trying to insinuate that there's something wrong with that, and again, I mean no disrespect to you whatsoever, as you know. You have your opinion, I have my opinion. But to be trying to demonise that and say that that's wrong, I simply do not agree. I can see nothing wrong in the world with people going to the local pub to have a celebration after the winning of a game, or the winning of a championship, or if it's a county final, or if it's a local club game, or if it's an All-Ireland final. And if people want to celebrate, there is nothing wrong. Life is very short, Coherlic. And if people want to have a celebration on any issue, I can't see anything wrong with it, provided they're adults, provided they're of the age, and provided that they're acting in a responsible fashion. And to be saying that, oh, it's so wrong of our sporting organisations to be using advertising from drinks groups, again, more rubbish. I totally disagree, and I'll tell you why. The money that's provided, the sponsorship, the money that's accrued to local clubs from organisations like this, the drinks industry, if they have money, if they want to advertise, and if they're willing to support the local club, supporting the local team, I can't see anything, absolutely anything in the world wrong with it. It's perfectly above board, and for us to go trying to make it illegal to do so, I just think that's so wrong. And it's like throwing the baby out with the bathwater. I just don't agree with it. I think that it has been the system for many, many years, and if young people, when they are of age, if they want to have a drink and act responsibly, there is nothing wrong with it. If they want to go to if they want to join the local pioneers and be a member of the Pioneer Association, that's fine too. And in life, count caller, people have choices to make. And while in this bill I would be supporting things about alcohol awareness and about how much people should consume or could consume and all that, but to be going on about that we should be breaking the link between the drinks industry and people involved in the alcohol business, as we'll call it, to be saying that, oh, we should break the link with sponsorship, with sport and that. Where is the money going to come from if local clubs were relying on money from drink advertising? Who's going to make up the shortfall in that? Where's the money going to come from? And again, there is nothing wrong with advertising alcohol. It's the same as advertising any other product. It's not an illegal product. There is nothing wrong with alcohol in moderation. So therefore, I just think that this is a nonsense, and I think it's wrong, and I think that it will be very hurtful to many of our sporting organisations. And I've had many people telling me that what are they supposed to do to make up shortfalls of money if they're not allowed to accept advertising or sponsorship from drink groups. So that's what I have to say on this, Count Caller.
Thank you very much.